Wow, this looks really freaky. But tired of people looking at my hideously messy office background. So we're trying something different. Who did I just watch? I watched Sarah, Michael, Jane, Steve, Sam. Steve and Sam, man. It's a bummer that you're depressed. And of course, Jane. I'm so sorry, love. Is it weird that even though you're talking about that horrible, horrible thing, I'm still kind of turned on listening to your video? Not because of the sadness, just the honesty, I think. And you're so emotionally present. It's just so sexy. Speaking of sexy, Sarah, the diarrhea. Yet you still make it work. And Sam Michael does not have muscular dystrophy. Michael would never have a disease that he couldn't spell. Oh shit, I've already spent a minute kibitzing. The reason I'm posting, actually have something. I don't normally talk about my personal stuff, but today was sort of interesting because I had a phone conversation and really realized that I'm a dick. Like, not just, because I treat Jill really shitty kind of a dick, but I got a phone call from my sister, half-sister, and I think it's dickish that I make that distinction. Although I think it's important because we did not grow up together. She's on my dad's side, and I didn't grow up with my dad, so we didn't have much contact. But I got sort of taken to task, rightly, for being out of contact. She's got kids and I have kids, and there was a period where we were in touch, and then I sort of let it fall by the wayside. Not actively. Anytime that she's called or her husband's called or anybody, I respond. I just, I'm not initiating contact. And she was right. She said, "Oh, I felt like I did something to offend you or make you mad at me." I'm like, no. Although the whole thing came up because we were talking about our dad, and she was talking about how he, for years, was just out of touch, just not there. And I said, yeah, I feel like that's something I've inherited from him. This thing where you avoid making contact if in any sort of difficult situation. It's like, oh, did you hear so-and-so's sick? Oh, yeah, well, they probably have so much going on. I don't want to bother them, so I'm not going to call. It's like, oh, did you hear so-and-so's having a birthday? Well, they're probably so busy. I'll be sure to send them a card later. Something like that. Although my dad's really good about sending cards. He just will not call. My sister told me this great story that he would never come out for anything, never visit her and her family, but he would always call on Father's Day to wish her husband a happy Father's Day, which was like the craziest, most passive-aggressive kind of thing. But because it's not like he would call on Mother's Day to wish her a happy Mother's Day. No, it didn't do that. But I realized that I am that same way. I'm a horrible friend in crisis. Unless I'm actually there in the crisis, then I'm pretty good. But, if something's happening, it's like, oh, so-and-so's mom died. I have to fight every native impulse just to send a condolence card or to call and say, are you all right? Is there anything I can do? Even the empty gesture I fight. I don't know why. So, I don't know, sort of taking a little inventory there and trying to figure out who I've been a bad friend to recently. And, I don't know. I guess there's a whole list. There really is. But I'm going to blame it on inheritance. I got it from my dad, who didn't raise me. Figure that out. And since I'm apparently a ghost, I can't be expected to hold to all these social conventions anyway, right? But yeah. Is it possible to be a better person? I don't know.